Hello everyone, and welcome to Arcane Focus D&D for Trials of VinTear, episode 54. I'm your GM, Mike, and joined with me are my amazing players. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Woo! We got Nick.
Hi there.
Amber.
Hey.
Crash.
Hello.
And Titan.
Howdy.
Just a reminder, everyone, this is a pre-recorded episode, so if you're watching this on Twitch, we're not actually live, though I'm generally in chat. Also, you can go to our YouTube channel, Arcane Focus D&D as well. Check out all the past VODs of this very campaign, as well as the other sort of mini-series that we've been running so far. And you can check us out tomorrow for Short Rest, which is sort of a little podcast we do. It's like a 5-minute thing of this exact session. So you don't have to sit down for an hour plus. With all that said and done... Hello, my name is Michael Ortiz, and I'm reading for Arcane Anatomy. I don't care if she's in a coma. I know you're the best damn doctor in St. Mary's of the Mountain, but she needs to hear all of the amazing updates that Arcane Circle's coming out with. There's an AC Academy dropped with a slew of TTRPG creators and GMs providing training videos, Doctor. Damn it! Table safety and system-specific guides. She's gonna make it. Now I can tell her how AC just dropped a guild feature, privated games, and an updated wiki feature as well. Oh, she's coming too. Honey, listen. AC Academy, or AC Arcane Circle just dropped character sheets, and you too can natively host your characters on their site. What? No, we're losing her. I'm not a SAG member. I'll leave my contact with the guy at the table, at the door. Thank you again. Please call me. Yes, please go to arcanecircle.games. You can create your account. It's free. So would you guys give me a call back? I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. So, you know, I'm not a SAG member, so it's not like I'm like putting in dues, so we're okay. I think it's time for a quick recap. I think we need it.
I appreciate, not to cut you, me and Crash were dying, and then Titan was trying to help you, and Nick was just nah.
The great thing about these weird things that I do on this stream is that I don't look at you guys when I'm doing it unless it involves you guys. So I have to rewatch the actual VOD to understand what everyone's facial reaction was. So that'll be fun for me in the future. Let's do a quick recap. We need one. The frigid air of the elemental plane of ice still lingers as the rush of spirits fling past as a glowing aura of light from the archways that the ice devil was using starts to evaporate into a luminous cloud. A nebula of warmth and positivity as our heroes bathe in its warmth. Your heroes start to stitch and heal. As breaths are taken, preparation for some unique talks, Phoenix steps forward to chat with both her old trainer Obadiah and her older friend Miles. As an
Older is an understatement.
As an emotionally charged conversation for both, we have that experience as we've seen both a bit of stress, a bit of anger, a bit of happiness from this sort of dual conversation, and then we switch views over to Teller, informing that while he still wishes to pass on, that this might be a golden opportunity for him to discover what happened to the betrothed that he was connected to and where they were sent to. A question lingered. Where does a god go when they are usurped? And maybe Legati, being a student of the Solal, might have the information and means to learn or to ascend to godhood. And might be the person to change someone to switch over and transition to sort of divinity and beyond. As our discussion about the afterlife finish, Tavant with Tavant a bangled tiger fiend opens a tear, seeing that the contract has been complete. And here we are, back at the Grip, an antique shop found in the material plane, found in the capital of the Dracewind Kingdom, here in Outslock. We are back in the material plane. No more of the chilling air and ice and snow of the ice plane. While we find ourselves, as a much needed description for Mask, as this is probably your first time here, you find yourself in a very kind of rustic antique shop where it's not a large one, but it is to make use of the space in here. There are like old suits of armor that are collecting dust. There is different like pieces of like, you know, old lives and old buildings, and just sort of a lot of knickknacks that are found like tied to the ceiling by rope, tied to the walls. There are stands that are holding old jewelry and pieces of paper and old books. It is an antique shop. It's kind of like all the knickknacks you would find at an actual place. And behind the counter, holding what looks to be like a rolling wheeled like jar or some sort of like bong situation connected to a long hookah. See, with a sort of the end piece that they blow out is a bangled tigered woman, who right now that smoke that they blew on you starts to dissipate, and your sort of standard guise starts to reapparate as you kind of show. You see she leans against the counter as you kind of find yourself sort of dusting off a little bit of the snow. I've gotten to know the Reckoning very well. They prove themselves as valuable. But, you travel with them, Fey One, yeah?
Mask is, for once, not saying much and just nodding, eyeing her, like, and straightening. I think we're still in, like, our cold clothes, so, like, very much like...
I make it my business to know who I am associated with. And you, my friend, reek of my favorite flavors. So, tell me more. Where are you from?
Originally?
I would hope so.
That was obvious with... You don't need to undress a person. I would have rather this happened originally. It's just... I normally don't have any qualms letting people know that I am from the Feywild, depending on how much I trust them, and these people I happen to trust. So, they're gonna look to Phoenix and be like, is this person legit? What the fuck is going on?
I think Phoenix kind of steps in front of Mask a little bit and is like, they're fine, Talent. I vouch. They were a detriment in getting the heart in the first place. They've proven their worth. And you got a bonus. And she pulls out the head, puts it on the table.
Eyes shift over that sort of the cat slit eyes. And just sort of gives you sort of a look real quick, Mask. You may ask the rest of your companions. I generally don't ask. But I will keep that in mind when it comes to relationships, especially business relationships. Speaking of business, look at the spread you provided with me, Phoenix. Now with this new delivery, I've tasted celestial. With this new delivery, I've tasted celestial, fiendish, aberration. You know, stick around. Maybe fake kind will be added to my palate.
Maybe a different sort of fae than the one we have with us.
I would agree so. I trust your judgment when it comes to companions. Perhaps
You
not
smell
fully.
giant bug off of us? Thinking about that hag.
What I'm trying to say is, I trust whom are in associated with you all, except maybe the one.
Yeah.
Where is the
Don't worry
big
about Horn
lumbering
Boy.
one, anyways?
Oh, right. It's been a minute, hasn't it?
Yep. You want to explain that, Eric?
Never. He and Diva both, hopefully temporarily parted ways, one more willingly than the other. Do we still have that book?
Yeah, you still do. It's actually in your possession.
Okay, I thought so. He's
Never
gonna
did that.
pull out the book. Do you know anything about this?
I recognize the page.
Oh,
No.
maybe you wouldn't anymore. Someone else is in it. A new character has been added.
With horns.
With your permission.
By all means.
Starts to flip through it. There is sort of the soft acknowledgement hums of someone who is going through a range of emotions, but not so wide where you can't catch where it is somewhat enjoyment. There's a little enjoyment, a little schadenfreude kind of being experienced here. And does sort of close the book. You know, it's not a wide range, it's like a short range of emotions, but like you kind of see that they're going through a roller coaster as they hand you back the book. Not familiar with the series. I came across the first page, or at least the page that was under my care, through some trading. Sometimes you get people come in with some unique knickknacks and such, and just found a good find. But did not have the chance to look into it. I would be interested to learn more, though.
As would I. I'd like to know more about that creature at the end.
Maybe perhaps we should... it could be a point of investigation. I will ask some contacts.
Appreciate it.
Of course. At this point, you have all proven yourself to be good business folks. And, it is under my association that I would like to keep you close.
Can I tell what she's smoking in that hookah?
Yes, you can. You follow the tubing. It leads to sort of the glass container. You look over. Roll me a medicine check.
Is it one of our treats we gave her?
Yeah, I think it was. The last
still
time
working
she
on
was
that
firing it up.
6.
6. Again, the glass holder, like so, the sort of this jar, is semi-translucent. You can see that there's something is in there. It is heavily stained, so it's kind of like a colored glass. All you can tell is that it's half dissolved meat. You don't know what kind or what it actually is. You just know that it's meat.
Okay. Arrow likes tavern.
I feel like Mask has very mixed feelings.
That's fair, considering what just happened to you.
I will say one thing, though. With the new company present, it is in your best interest to continue for me to like you. What is your name? You said?
I go by Mask.
I like that name. Good to know.
I recommend the Pixie if you want to snack on Feywild. They tend to be juicy.
I would agree with you. However, they are a short snack.
That's why you get a cluster of them. It's like popcorn.
They're so hard to... We're getting off topic. Phoenix, you have done what not many have been able to accomplish, and that is to complete a contract to its fullest. And holds up sort of the signed document and goes, "Your debt has been paid." Snaps it, and it starts to shred into, like, just powder.
valued my soul. What can I say? Thank you for taking the chain off. And she looks and gives her a look.
Let's see here. You see that she grabs the body part, and there is another sort of silver jar that she goes into, places, I believe it was for the heart, right?
It was
Where's
the
the
heart,
head?
but we also took the head just in case. I thought she wanted the head, but we took both. So,
I'll
buy
say
one,
for
get
this,
one.
she'll take the heart, put it into the sort of metal jar. It's like the sort of silver chrome jar, puts it into it. And you recognize, for those who are well versed in the arcane, so like Legati and Mask and Arrow, puts it in there and casts heat metal, and starts to concentrate, sort of almost lazily starts to concentrate and go, this might take some time. Fiendish flesh is obviously fairly resilient to heat, but it's good to marinate. Just a bit. Well,
Not that one.
did I interrupt you all? Do you wish to go back to where I pulled you from?
No.
Oh, then fortuitous. Well, is our business here complete? Are you looking for more work, information?
I don't think more work. I think we have a long enough checklist at the moment, but I mean, being back in the city like unexpectedly, I think Legati is definitely interested in like, hey, did you get my letter about Wakia that I sent? Like, how's that thing going where you and Bordoon and the others are like trying to form what Legati has been calling the Ostracon in his head, which is the smashed bit of pottery that is the Anti-Potters Guild, but that name's not official. So I think just yeah, did you get my letter? Is it safe for us looking like we do to walk around this city, or do you think it likely we will get attacked by the forward guard if we're wandering the streets?
In my own opinion, the way that I've seen public sway is I do not believe you'll be attacked on the streets. The reason is that the forward guard, still the senior members are out in the Union, so there is no harm in that. I've seen only one forward guard member kind of traversing the city, and right now they have their hands filled. So I do not believe you'll be accosted.
Which one?
Our green tiefling.
Mm-hmm. Love that for us.
In terms of your question for the Anti-Potters Guild, there have been a few civilians and business folks who have met in secret at the Bordeaux. Your friend Christoph seems a bit more chipper, though not as useful if things get nasty. In terms of updates, what I've seen is that a few days ago, the kingdom saw its first major protest. And lo and behold, King Dracewin came to temper the masses. He wasn't alone. That singular forward guard was there. And they were a mixture of kind words from the king and the knowing presence of a guard. Dracewin has always been pretty good with his words, telling everyone that he agreed with the masses and soon there will be oversight. There's plans for oversight for the guard. No detail was given, but there will be in coming weeks. What was the name you wish to call your little band of anti-guards, since that's actually what they've been calling themselves, as the anti-guards?
Anti-guards. Oh, if there's something catching on, I think that's perfectly fine. Mentally, I've been referring to it as the Ostracon. It's an archaic word referring to a smashed bit of pottery. I thought it poetic, Anti-Potters Guild. But anti-guards, if that's catching on with the masses, I would not object.
It's still in its infancy, and currently the point of contact would be Christoph. He seems fairly amendable to you folks, so you might be able to bend his ear.
I'm sure we would want to stop by and talk to him anyway.
But right now, in terms of the capital, it is best way to describe it is that it is resting in calm waters in the middle of an eye of a storm. It's not going to take much for everything to once again become a raging waters.
Fun. Raging waters,
Yes.
water slides and stuff.
No more water slides. We're good on a water slide.
Water slides, you say? More slides.
Ah.
But yes, we're currently in a calm.
No one has seen Wakia?
It's my extent of network has not heard any news from your rabbited Haragon friend. It's quite possible that Kristoff knows more.
We'll talk to him then.
But good news. I think you can walk around without being accosted.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That's a plus.
You do have some positive claims of fame. There has been talks about the group that saved folks from the local park, as well as a group of individuals matching your description who saved a bunch of folks at the Lunar Festival down in Everloom.
They had good ribs.
They did. They were big, but they didn't have a lot of meat. We're getting sidetracked again.
We are exploring the potentially politically advantageous path of being heroes in order to leverage publicity for positive political ends.
You are always
Such a way
working
to say
3
it,
steps
Legati.
ahead. My skinny friend, you're always 3 steps ahead, aren't you?
I think
A through Z.
it may be instead that I'm walking on a different path.
I see.
I believe it.
But you brought me
Evan.
something extra.
Yeah, technically I brought you 2 heads. And she takes the ram skull from the ice plane and puts it on the table.
Interested in a trade, Davant?
You're not going to get another one of those. That literally came from the ice plane.
Hmm. I have not seen the creature before, this ram. Certainly unique design and look. Fiendish heads, however. Those are always simple to sell. There's always a bit of market for devilkin bone. Especially the horns.
They make good pipes.
That they do. That's true.
Glad
Why do you do
Diva
that?
or Moors are not around for this conversation.
Are you looking to sell or store credit?
Is
That's
there
what
any
you got.
teacups, notebooks, or pipes in this store?
That's Max
Teacups.
deal. I'm just interested in what you got.
You asked for teacups, pipes, and what was the third thing?
Notebooks.
Notebooks. I think, yeah, it's an antique shop. There are probably fine china teacup sets. There are, and it's some of the stuff is dusted. There's probably a wall, a small section of a wall that does have a bunch of pipes of different shapes and sizes. And there are old notebooks that are they 10% of it have been used. But they are of old leather, parchment that doesn't get made like this anymore. Very beautiful design. But yeah, I think you could probably find a lot of this mundane stuff in the antique side of the shop, of the grip.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while Mask is doing that, I'll also actually kind of put a hand to their shoulder and be like, before you make your decision, we should see what's in the back.
That part.
What have you got, Davant? We've come across some extra cash. I'm looking to burn.
Well, I'm sorry, my friend. I don't think I have anything too of interest right now. However, I am currently in the process of crafting and trading for some more inventory. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
I always like new goodies. This has
I
been
would
quite
like-
helpful, and he pulls out the harvester. Just gonna twirls it.
I'm quite fond of that as well. It was a good craft.
Quite a fan myself.
Tell you what, give me a few weeks. I will start with the new resources that you've been able to provide. I should be able to acquire some objects that might be more akin to what you are looking for. I cannot guarantee that I'll be able to grab everything, but I will make a focused note.
Actually, if you're taking requests, he does point at Mask. Something to keep them upright.
Why?
I have a pipe and a teacup and a notebook.
She gestures. Phoenix gestures to Arrow. Stature. That one's got magic.
Yeah,
and
the two different statures
This one
between.
needs this one needs some extra oomph.
Mask is pushing armor and enchanted cloaks and rings out of the way to get at the drugs and the tea. I don't know why I keep falling down in fights. It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they're very good. They're good at spell casting, but I need them to be a little bit more sturdy on the field. Okay.
Do you find yourself? I think she looks over to you, Tav, and goes, "Do you find yourself in the fray, as it were?"
I'm better at talking than fighting normally. And these guys are lovely, and it's been great, but I find myself in dangerous situations more than I ever thought I would. And there's been far too many headaches and naps. So, yes.
Understood. In the coming weeks, I'll start to focus my search and trades to maybe something that may aid in terms of your endurance.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
Can it be pretty too?
What is your definition of pretty?
They will full changeling it up. And it's very Anastasia at the ball look.
Okay. I think we can sway something in that particular design.
Thank you.
Give me
No,
some
Mask,
time.
if you want to buy your teapots.
Oh, yes. Let's settle in terms of the skulls, as it were. Are you looking for coin or are you looking for credit?
You have health potions?
Funny enough.
I got one.
In terms of the inventory that I do have, that is below in the basement, I do have a settlement, sort of a small grouping of potions.
Then let's do credit and grab some of those.
Yeah.
Well, for the fiendish head, considering that the horns are very valuable, something that I can use, I cannot use the rest of the skull. Horns is what I'm looking
That's a
for.
shame.
The other one looks like a collector's item. That may be something that's going to stay in my shop for a while. I would say 300 gold pieces for both.
Fine with me, unless somebody else has any objections.
Mats just wants to haggle for haggling's sake. This woman put him on his guard to start, and now he's feeling more comfortable, especially because he found knickknacks. Oh, there's a lot of hobbit in this guy.
Excellent.
We're gonna just be like 350.
Roll me persuasion check.
Yeah, Mask. Let's go, Mask.
19.
$350 credit.
That's
That
what we're
works.
looking for anyway.
A deal.
And he picks up another teacup and adds it to the.
I mean, for a notebook, and like if we're using the credit, so someone marked down that you have 350 in credit.
I wrote
at
it
the
down. 350 in credits.
If you
But we
like
also
to
need
use,
health potions.
yeah. They do have 4 standard healing potions, which would come out to about 200 gold pieces in credit.
Okay, we
Or
take
gold.
those. Whatever Mask is throwing on the pile.
I will say for the fine china kind of like sets of tea sets, as well as the notebook, as well as the pipe. I think that's not as expensive. It is supposed to be knickknacks and small things that are collectibles. I think that comes out to 5 gold pieces.
Hmm.
So
You're
that's coming out.
cheap.
That's coming out of the credits.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of it is mundane
I wrote it
items,
down.
so a lot of the stuff would be like 5 silver, which I'm not going to start doing. I think for everything together, it's like 5 gold.
Let me get it right.
So 205 away from our credit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mentioned that you're not interested in work, yeah? I have 2 jobs if you're interested.
I mean, I'll hear it.
Yeah, you have my interest.
I have a few things in the back burner, but I have a simple one and a complex one in terms of job. The simple one is a young man who lives in Mosted has asked me to check in with his parents. Sad, actually. He hasn't received any replies to his letters, and I, as sad that it is am his only contact.
What are you getting out of that?
He used to buy party drugs from me.
Mm.
Fair enough.
Do you have any of those?
What are you looking for?
Well, we
Uppers,
just got
downers?
into town. I'm looking for hobbit leaf, truthfully. I like a good bowl of it after a dinner, and I need some halfling leaf.
Okay, you're looking for a downer, something to sort of calm you down at the end of a meal.
Yeah, but not too down.
Not too that. Okay,
Not
We're
pass
looking-
out down, please.
we're looking for a mix.
I think you've been down enough.
We'll talk about that in a bit. But yes, no, it is very sad that this young man, I am his only contact. I recognize that. But he
What
has
part
not
of
heard
Mosted?
the domain.
Another cool place. Cool.
Not familiar.
Do not worry, you do not need to meet him. But he is worried, and he cannot leave his station. And he is willing to pay 20 gold pieces for someone just to check in on his parents. So, simple.
Where are they at?
They're here,
Station?
in Auslock.
Sounds like an easy, quick task.
Pop in, pop out. The complicated one is I actually have a delivery. And there was a special group of people who ordered something that was very hard to procure. I need it delivered to the lowest point of the blinding forest, kind of edging close to the Broken Chain River. What makes it complicated is that the package itself, it emits a scent that is very difficult to mask. And it will be enticing to beasts and monsters alike.
We're walking around with bait.
You'll be delivering it to a set of customers who like to call themselves the Skin Sisters.
They
I
sound
look at
lovely.
Mask.
That was a band back home.
Did they move?
Are they hags?
No, they are not the fiendish kind.
Then no.
But they are ladies, a pair of ladies who take their privacy and magic seriously.
Could be related.
I mean, if we
Well-
stuck said thing in the bag of holding, will it still emit that scent?
Unfortunately, it is too also a bit of a magical containment. I would not recommend putting a magical containment inside of a magical containment.
Oh, okay.
Many other folks who deal with such magic have learned the hard way that it can be deadly.
Good to know. If this is still around by the time we finish the rest of our business, maybe we'll take it.
Grand. They are willing
think
to
we're-
pay. They're willing to pay 600 gold pieces.
Jesus.
You have my interest again.
But those are
What
on the-
station for the first one?
What are you asking?
You said he can't leave his station. What station?
Why do you want to know?
I'm from Mustad. I'm curious. From Anburn.
You might need to double check your area. I do not believe that Anburn is associated with the governments of Mustad, no?
No, we've always been separated, but I'm familiar with the domain.
Capital. Alright.
Would she know what a chosen is, or no? Would a phoenix know
Roll me a history check.
from Miles?
I'll give you advantage. Roll me a history check.
What would Mask know about?
I know math.
You can roll me a history check as well with advantage. Yeah, because you have people who deal with chosen ones all the time.
What? Why?
With a rock, 17.
Yeah, got it.
Who the hell are you talking to, Mask?
9 with a blood vial.
I think you heard that. I mean, this is for Mask. I think you heard that someone might be married to a chosen one or a domain chosen. You haven't had the interest nor sort of the time to really look into what that means. You've heard the term being passed around. You're just like, oh, I know what that is. I guess it's like when you talk to someone who's like, you talk to them about what like a monastery monk is in real life, and they're like, you mean like the kung fu movies? And you're like, not exactly. They don't really know the full details of what like being a monk actually is. There's a lot more to it than that. You know, there's sort of that stereotype of like they have to do a vote of silence, and it's like that's not all of them are like that. So I think that's the amount of details and experience you have with Domain Chosen. Yeah, I think Miles, for you, Phoenix, has informed you of like, has told you how stupid it is, of how like sketchy it is to be a Domain Chosen, of like, I can't believe it that they fucking take kids. You know, they're like 16 when they're taken, and for 10 years all they do is train to be a fucking warrior. Sounds fucking asinine to me. And I think you would recognize that, like, from the sort of discussions of taking pieces from that, is that they are singularly chosen individuals who show signs of great ability and worth. They are essentially treated like nobility. Essentially, they're taken from they are being trained from a young age, and they are given the best meals, they're given the best clothing, they are given the best trainers. Whether they show promise in like the martial, then they're given the best trainers in that. If they show the best, results in the arcane, they're given the best tutors and teachers. And so they are basically like, hey, you're really good at fighting. Let me teach you everything you need to know in fighting, and you can protect our kingdom, the domain.
Mm-hmm.
And after an agreement is made, that is where domain chosen start their lives. And I think that's what you learn.
I think she's just confused as to like why he can't leave, like if he's in training or what. That's interesting.
You don't know.
I think she says that part out loud. Like, it's interesting if he's training and he can't leave.
I mean, it's pretty far between here and Mosted, no?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your business and your continued relationship. Is there anything else I can help with?
I think she's just gonna. I talked to Nick about this, but she's gonna ask, "Can you tell me what this does?" And she takes out that blue diamond. If it's special or just a regular diamond.
Mask is gonna ask. Oh, sorry.
No, yeah. What's your ask?
If she knows Danny Grace.
GM needs to remind himself who that is. Hold on.
Fine note.
Yeah, fine note. Would that be in your doc?
Yes.
Okay. And then I will.
It's one of my. Yeah.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah. Let me roll. Actually, there's a possibility. Yes. So let's handle first the discussion of. I apologize, Phoenix. What was your request? Because I went through a tangent real quick.
No, if there was anything special about the blue diamond, or is it just a regular diamond?
They wouldn't. I think she would investigate it to do a bit of an identify spell. It's a standard diamond.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it back in my pocket.
It's not glowing with magical energy. It is just something worth coin. Okay. As for you, Mask, I think she leans against the counter and goes, perhaps there any descriptives of this individual?
I would give her what I know, which isn't a lot.
Yeah,
it isn't.
You know that they're human. You know they're about 5'7". You know that they are kind of slightly overweight, so a little bit of more rotund. So with that name, I think they think for a moment and go, "You're not the only, business partners and associates that I've been working with. Sometimes I do send people out to other sections of the kingdom. And I remember there was one set of people that I've sent out to Unity. And there are two ways to get to the Unity. There is through the Lifted Hills, which is very dangerous, or you can take a ferry from Everloom down. I think I remember that the manager of the ferry that headed out into the Unity goes by that name."
Are they a better sailor than the one to the prison?
They have a full-fledged business. I would assume that it is safe. And plus, there is quite standards that have to go by when you travel between the kingdom and the domain. Or the kingdom and the Unity.
That's reassuring.
But yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. And they take a little packet of tea and
Incidental money, so you don't need to mark any coin, but you'll pay for that. Well,
okay, I give everybody a health potion.
Oh, perfect! There you go. Everyone gets a health potion.
All right.
She just looks and goes, "Return again in a few weeks, and I will drum up some unique inventory."
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Thanks, Tavin. And also, thanks for the lift.
You open the door, and you are brought out into sort of a small city garden area, once again sandwiched and squeezed in between numerous alleyways and taller buildings of numerous residential spaces here within Outslock. It is as it looks, nothing has quite changed here, except for the occasional sort of chalk writing of the word resist that is kind of scattered across the stone steps, sort of this section within the Outslock. Where does our party head to?
Guess we'll go check on our plant friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably go to the Bordeaux at some point.
Yeah, she said that he might know more of what's going on, and also do we want to rest? Right, we haven't rested in forever. Should we do
It
that?
might be nice enough to give us a room, like he
Yeah.
usually does.
I
You
think.
actually,
I mean,
you got healed, but you have not rested.
yeah, he got better because of the thing we did with the hag, right? We haven't talked to him since then. Is that the deal?
Correct.
Yeah, I think we can have a room there whenever we want forever, is what I'm assuming. And I assume he will agree for that.
I love that about you, Legati. So convincing.
Mhm.
Just
Who
kind of
was
follow it.
that?
Oh, there you go. That's a great. There you go.
She's one of the first people we met.
Patron of
A
sorts.
lot of complication. Yeah. But she hates the Potter's Guild, so you know.
Undoubtedly fiendish and most likely evil, but in a way you can work with.
You
As long as
evil, I guess.
I love this.
Sorry
Is this is
about
the
that.
one sentence pitch of what
Yeah.
Tavit is.
Predictable evil.
Yeah.
Predictably evil. Yeah. There you go.
But reliable.
Yeah.
Paid
Predictable,
well.
reliable, all things you want in a horrible person. Anyway,
Horrible. She seems decent.
And who is this guy
she
that we
put an
have?
ethereal chain around my neck.
It could have been around mine. That was your choice.
You got to give a good, the good with the bad.
She gives you a mean look.
I'm still holding on to that. No, I haven't let it go.
Anyway. Sorry, Mask. She shouldn't have done that. But, I mean, I kind of owed you one to stand in front of you since you did that in front of the spa. So-
It's good. I'm just trying to play catch up, and I don't like being naked, and
At least not on your terms.
she definitely eats people. Even then, they don't normally get to see me that naked.
Yeah, it seems a lot of our missions for her thus far have been ingredients, which does include a lot of hearts. Celestial
long
hearts.
as- The evil you know. The evil you know.
Yeah, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, I don't think she'll want your heart. If anything, it might be something like a hag's, which we now know where they live.
Yeah. It's all good. She's just reminds me of people who I hadn't thought about in a while till recently.
Who was that person you brought up to her?
Oh, a friend of a friend. And definitely could be helpful to us. I know a lot of people in Mostad, actually. And there are that's where I was living up until moving here not too long ago. So like that's kind of, I mean, like I said, it's kind of obvious once you know me that I'm originally from the Feywild, but no, I landed in Mostad when I got here from that plane, and I like the way Miles said it. I know a lot of birds.
Where did you land?
I believe it was in the capital.
Yeah, it's Varsal. You landed in Varsal.
Yeah, Varsal.
Varsal's
Yeah,
it's a
Varsal.
trading town. It's a trading town.
It was a trading town. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Varsal. It was a bad time when I got there, and a very good friend of mine, Richard, saved me from some acid. And you know, we became good friends, and he introduced me to a lot of other people, and there were a lot of great parties. Speaking of which, did she say when we should go back for that halfling leaf? Because that's good stuff. And we've got Diva's alcohol, and they like pull it out.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
said
we've
a few
done that.
weeks. I'll probably give her a few weeks. But also, why did you move here from Mostad? Why'd you leave?
Well, it was more of a thing where I traveled a lot around Mostad, and now I'm traveling a lot around here, and I like to see like areas, and you notice that they've like been in that notebook since they like picked it off the shelf, and they're not hiding it very well, but there's a bunch of sketches in there. And they're like, I like to sketch things, meet people, and travel around and do that, really. So that's what I was doing when you met me. I'm still doing it while we go round. And occasionally, when you know great things, people pay you for them. And I know a lot of people who pay me for those sorts of things.
How much do they pay you?
Depends on what I know, but sometimes a lot.
Good to know.
You guys know a lot of things.
Well, they do.
But and this is like incredibly forthcoming for Masked, all things considered. And probably the most they've said about themselves.
Arrow will pat them on the shoulder. Just keep walking.
Yeah. You make your way through. Go for it.
I just want to ask them a question. By the bad time, do you mean the raining of the dead people from the sky?
You know about it!
Yeah, Moors also had that in common with me. It didn't really affect Anburn. It's just, Miles was alive for a long time because he had to correct a mistake.
By the way, this is an event that everyone would have known about. It was such a widely recorded and spread about event of the Evergrey incident, of the gray clouds that were over Mostad. This happened like 20 years ago, so it's still pretty
21 years ago, yeah.
21 years, it's still pretty fresh in everyone's minds, or at least fresh enough where people can recount it. Like, it's easy to find. It's
like 9/11.
Yeah, we have such a well-known incident that was a tragedy that it's like the moment you say like the Evergrey incident, people are like, I know exactly. It's not like you had to search it up. Widely reported. But yeah, you guys start to meander your way through numerous alleyways and cobblestone bricked roads, passing by different carts that you have to squeeze, to make sure that they go past. And eventually you get to a particular alleyway and road that leads outwards, and you could see that there is sort of a sky bridge that connects the two buildings with the one singular sign on the bridge itself that says the Bordeaux. And to the left, you would recognize that's where you go to like the residential sleep area where all the rooms are. And to the right is where the actual bar and restaurant and kind of like where like the actual like tavern exists. In it, walking in, taking a quick left, Kristoff is not in the the reception desk. There's actually someone else manning the desk, but you do hear his voice across the street as the door is opened. He is currently in the tavern, talking to customers, helping out the staff in that portion of his shop, of his inn. And walking in, what you see is a beautiful display. Once again, it's very quaint in here. Dark oak chairs and sort of wooden tables. There's sort of a circular bar in the middle, sort of this long oval. So it's like that type of bar where you can kind of like sit around the actual barstead. Stained glass windows, everything here. You walk in, the bartender sort of acknowledges you, doesn't give you like a big I remember you, just like acknowledge that you're here. But I think he does sort of go, Bordeaux, hey, familiars. See, Kristoff turns and goes, my friends! Oh, it's been quite a long time! I am feeling fit as a fiddle. I eat my greens, but I don't steal them.
Good lesson to learn.
Lesson learned. Take a seat. Hello. New face. Hi. My name is Christopher Doon. Goes to you, like literally grabs your hand to shake it, like weirdly wildly. Goes, take a seat. Drinks on me. Hey, we have old friends.
He got his energy back, I guess.
I feel I've actually taken sleeps, long sleeps, full night. I don't know if you've ever felt a long sleep in a while. It feels great. Oh, the bag's underneath my eyes. I look great. 5 years younger. 10 years. What do you think? 10 years?
So handsome. 20.
Yeah, maybe 11.
See? 10 years was the medium. What can I get? You want some stew? Some meat?
Yeah, I'll tell all that.
One of everything.
Bring it over.
Food and your best room. I assume you have it reserved for us.
Not reserved,
Phoenix is holding her face.
but no one has claimed it yet, so let it be so.
That's basically the same thing.
That kind of stung a little bit, but okay.
They did say you had the finest rooms in town and that I had to meet you and that your food was the best. And Phoenix knows I love my food.
Debatable. You, by the way, for a descriptive of Kristoff, the way I described him is that he looks very much like a Disney prince. The square jawline, long, like locks of blonde hair, kind of wafting to the back. Sort of piercing green eyes. Where the rest of our crew saw him, where he was kind of like a bit more greenish hue in the skin. He was kind of like ragged a little bit, kind of always tired, mind kind of shifting and not fully, like someone who hasn't, like a college student who doesn't really sleep, doesn't really look good. He looks refreshed. He's looking great right now. He's feeling a lot better. He like full on personality is coming out. He's a little bit more energetic now. Which is wild to say considering when you first met him, he still had some energy. But yeah, he looks like a full Disney prince. He's like, sort of like in his mid-30s as you sort of meet him. Human, by the way. But yeah, he just sort of brings out food and starts plates and trays and essentially like troughs of food are kind of like family style being brought out for you guys with sort of drinks and meat and goes, I have to say, there was a moment when I woke up in the morning and it did not hurt anymore. It almost felt like like there was a knot in my stomach that was gone. Woo! So I knew
Something.
I knew in that moment that whatever you guys did helped good old Bordun. There you go. Have your seat. I'll give it to you. Least I can do.
We have many similar aims, and it was a pleasure to be able to help you. We recently spoke to Tavint when we returned to the city, got some updates about the political situation. She said you might know more about the letter that I sent and developments of the forward guard and if Wakia had been seen, that kind of thing.
Yeah. You saw Tavint. How is the old cat? Don't tell her I called her the old cat. Don't do that. She's scary. Anyways, yes. There's a few rumors going on that we've been learning. So the anti-guard is currently in progress. We think that the head of the Potters Guild will be making a public announcement at the end of the month. So in a few weeks. So right now we are currently gathering as much information prior to the announcement. We don't know what's going to be said, but we do know we need to be prepared. I don't know what would require St. Clair to have a public-facing announcement, so it's going to be big. Maybe we can learn together. I would love to investigate. But, yes. We are currently trying to find where it's going to be held first. That would be good to know. In terms of your question about the Wakia, apparently the Potters Guild has been poking around Hogdale. No one has seen Wakia in a few days, so rumor has it is that either she is there in Hogdale, or they're currently scouting in Hogdale. There's an order of monks that reside in Hogdale, the Order of the Second Life. Though it's pretty debatable that anyone would want to join the Forward Guard, because even past history has shown that the Order of the Second Life does not like to tangle in with political.
Oh, they tangle in.
I don't know. They're pretty secluded.
You took my question.
Oh, yeah. Well, great minds think alike. We organized our first protest a few days ago. We called upon the hypocrisy of the use of materials and magic. We confirmed that there was kind of no oversight on how the Forward Guard were handling things. It is a difficult story to weave for the public to ingest in one bite when you talk about the Potter's Guild and how they are manipulating things. So we could not inject that. We had to start simple messaging.
We heard King Dracewin showed up with Chapel.
Yes,
by his ear.
That was a big surprise. It kind of it's kind of why we have not organized another protest. We were not expecting that.
Well, you're so much more handsome than Chapel is anyway. So, we can organize some better stuff.
I whispered to Mask, I was going to say, I think this is the replacement if you had to pick one. That's your vibe, not mine.
He talks too much.
Shut him up later. That's how that works. Never mind.
Such a compliment. But no, yes, you're right. Yes. The king did show up with Chapel, and it was
Did
this.
The king? Sorry, did the king look all there?
I mean, he was in one piece.
I mean, I don't think we need to hide that part. Let's just say Potter's Guild has a unique way of messing with your memory.
Specifically, Chapel has a unique way of doing that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I wouldn't get too close.
I would imagine the king has some sort of defenses, but I guess if they're working so closely, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary to say that maybe they have a way around it.
What did he exactly say? Like, was he just trying to establish peace, or was he just trying to shut people up?
Well,
like appearance?
Again, I cannot. It would be difficult for me to recount the whole speech, but essentially, what was said is that he understood that we were angry. He looked at the structure and said that there does seem to be a missing portion of oversight. There's an acknowledgement that the crown works with others to build the Forward Guard and allocation of funds, as well as resurrection. He did not mention the Potter's Guild by name, but those in the know, we understood, as well as kind of a good amount. There's a growing amount of citizens who understand, thanks to, and looks to you, Legati, thanks to a couple of news reports.
I'm confident if we continue to work to get the truth out to the public that the pressure on the king and the Potter's Guild itself will be irresistible eventually.
I agree. It sounded like to me that they were trying to get ahead of that, though. Because near the end of their speech, after acknowledging that there is some missteps, that they said that they would be coming up with a plan or some sort of way to oversee the Forward Guard. So, I don't know what that would entail, but it did strike us. To some of us, it felt like an answer, but again, we are weary. So we are currently waiting and seeing. Is that what we want? Do we need oversight?
I want them disbanded. I don't think they should be able to operate anymore for what he's trying to do. But
Who's trying
I
to do
don't
it? Is the
know
king
if
trying to do something?
no, not the king, Sinclair. But I don't know if that's a good thing that the king showed up. Like, are they working with each other, or is he just making a good appearance to quiet things down?
Right, and if they're putting in their own oversight, then they're just going to continue to get away with whatever evil they're doing. You need actual oversight. So, yes, to some extent, but do you trust them to put in good oversight? It doesn't sound like it. And, again, we can give our, like, wouldn't we be better to help just actually instigate some change? Legati is just amazing with these news postings. Mask actually doesn't know anything about them, but is
Context clues.
pumping. And Arrow, look at Arrow, and Mask will point to the Harvester. He can get stuff done. This man has protected me so many times. And Phoenix looks and punches, right? I mean, I can give the speeches. You can give the speeches. We're the pretty ones who know people. And with all of that combined, the king is great, and we will continue to have Dracewind be run as a quality country, but I'm just saying, much better opportunity here.
I mean, I agree that there should be. I would prefer third party to oversight. But to your point, Phoenix, if there maybe some finality is probably disbandment.
Listen, the concept, I can't even say that anymore. I don't even think I can. I don't know. Thought I did. The concept of the forward guard, if we removed Sinclair, would not be a bad one. The problem is they are dogs on a leash, and somebody has control of the leash. Not the people.
I think it'd be very difficult to dissolve the idea and the concept of the build. But I agree. If we can change hands, that would be nice. Yes. But those are the rumors. Those are what we're learning. We've in terms of the Hogdale sort of poking and prodding, and the possibility of that's where Rakia is, and the upcoming announcement. So we're not entirely sure what's going to be, but we're working on it. We're keeping an ear out. We would like some help.
Well, everything we are doing is in service of these larger goals. The more popular we become through acts of heroism, the easier it is for the masses to conceptualize of an alternative to what they know in the forward guard. It seems like the forward guard has its hands full, is not especially effective. Right now, we have a number of things on our list we will be taking care of and publicizing. Might be a good idea for us to attempt to find and speak to Wakia prior to this announcement, if that is possible. If anyone does know more about what is actually going on in that organization, I suppose it would be her. She may be a little unsettled based on our last conversation.
I think it might be Chapel.
Yeah, but if we try to talk to him, he's just gonna...
Amber doesn't remember, but does Phoenix remember the flyer Wakia had in her hand? Because she had something in her hand that was like, second something. I don't know if that was the monk order or not.
It was a call to action for those who want to rebel against the established kind of like Potter's Guild. it didn't directly direct people to like go to the Bordeaux or any other sort of meeting space, but is like, we are forming, we are, like, we're here, and if you have concerns, let's meet. And it would have like different areas that they can meet. So I think that was like the sign that all the attempts that like Legati and you guys have been doing to like kind of bring to light what the evils of the Potter's Guild have been doing, it's starting to show publicly, where now there are people grouping together and starting to talk.
I mean, if you want to talk to her, Legati will talk to her, but maybe leave me out of it.
I could polymorph you into, I don't know, a bug or something.
I don't want to be a bug. She'll step on me.
Okay.
Listen, she's got whatever crux she's got to sew or whatever with me just because of Obadiah, and I get it, but I don't think there's much more I can fix there or help.
If I may interject, I mean, if Wakia's not there, I mean, it's possible that the Order of the Second Life knows where she is. They are a monastery. Phoenix, you're probably the closest to who may fit that build. May talk to you easier.
Additionally, neither Chapel nor Wakia know what I actually look like. I thought and when we met them, I didn't look like myself. So if we do want to ask questions, as much as I don't like either one of them, I might be the best person to go to it.
Wow.
Listen, I'll do whatever we want to do. If you want to bait her, we bait her. I don't really care at this point. But I wouldn't mind visiting an order. That was kind of, I guess, a hope at one point when I started.
Wow.
So maybe they'll help.
We have some time to brainstorm. So enjoy your food. Enjoy your drink. The rest of the night is on me. And I will have a key at the reception when you're ready to turn in for the night.
Can I smoke in here?
Of course you can smoke in here, yeah. If the peacekeepers come by, just put it out. And he starts to make his rounds. Anything on anyone's mind here? Or anything you'd like to do during this dinner, or maybe even up to take a rest?
Mask will be writing everything down in Thieves' Cant in the notebook. Like, there's a lot of information here.
While they're writing, Arrow will kind of like lean over to see what they're writing. Just a little curious.
It's in Thieves' Cant.
It's a lot of code words like orange, potato, milk skin. It's like, what? What are you doing? What are you writing all these symbols for?
As he's reading it, he's like, is that a recipe for something?
It's my grandmother's recipe for Fey fruit salad.
Insight check on that shit if I'm sitting next to you. It sounds kind of rancid, I'm gonna be honest. No offense. Just a Fey taste.
I mean, Mask, you want to roll me a deception check?
Sure.
Oh, that was good.
That was awful. Appropriate, at least.
Hold on, I gotta see what it is. I think it got bumped up. Damn, Phoenix. Alright, plus a rock. 28.
We gotta make that a
14.
shirt, plus a rock.
Plus a rock.
Not a recipe.
Not a recipe.
Arrow believes
pokes you, Mask. You gotta not lie to his face. And then she slides her journal to you. If you want to take your notes out of that, you can. And she just pats you on the back.
I
You can lie to
feel
my
like
face if you
there's
want.
a
Yeah.
fillet, like a fey, like glitter fall around them in their happiness, and they look to Arrow and they're like, "What I said earlier is completely true, but I'm maybe on some regular payrolls for some quality people." And we just found out a lot from a crazy evil tiger lady and a handsome himbo.
He used to be a plant
think he's-
monster.
Yeah. He stole a thing from a hag that was a bug, and we had to go and do that, and he learned his lesson the hard way. So hopefully he doesn't have to learn it again.
He's a tabby cat of humans. Gotcha.
Legati is slightly disappointed that he's not gradually transforming into more of a plant monster over time, but he understands that it was inconvenient.
Mask is too, but probably for totally different reasons. Yeah, I think it's obvious that it's notes at that point.
So we see a scene of Phoenix and Mask sort of writing notes. Legati, are you?
I gave them my notebook. And I was
okay.
gonna head up.
Okay, Phoenix, you're gonna go rest up. Legati, you're gonna go rest up as well. Is there anything you'd like to sort of complete here?
No, Legati does a little bit of eating, but is well overdue for a good rest. And so we'll be doing that as soon as possible.
Okay, and then we'll see a scene of Mask kind of doing what you got to do. Arrow.
What time of day is it?
It's a. Oh, you mean what time of day?
Yeah.
I'll say it's a kind of early evening. It's like maybe 6:30, 7. But you guys are tired, so it's like you can sleep at any time at this point.
I'll catch up with you guys. I'm gonna go for a walk. And he will step out.
You step out, and the sound that you heard, that our players are not aware of what Arrow heard, you hear sort of a vibration of it coming to the north, and you take a walk towards the marketplace. You see that people are slowly starting to shift, from like morning sales and sort of midday sales to sort of end of day sales. Like, you see a baker who's like half price loaves. They've been sitting there for all days. Now you have to get them out of the stock. People are starting to scream out different other sales and things like that nature, until you see that there is a fishmonger who see this dwarven man who is sort of talking to people as they pass by, trying to get their attention, going, "Fish! Quarter off! Hey, fish!" You hear the bell a little closer to this stall, not at the actual counter. There is a trash can, a bin, where you kind of look over and see that there are numerous like fish parts and skeletons. Like the head is still applied, but you see mostly skeleton. You see the fishmonger goes, Hey, I've got fresh fish. Yeah, you interested?
Sure, I'll take one off your hands.
All right. Well, he turns around and starts to go, we've got plenty of things. We've got swordfish. We've got cod. And starts to go through a few things. Your head you start to glaze over. Just look right back down as one of the fish carcasses just looks in your direction. Hey, Squabby. You Captain ready? Trying to be?
I don't recognize you.
Captain sent us.
Us?
A seagull lands on the top. You are far away from the shoreline, but a seagull lands on the fishmonger's stand. You see it looks down and goes, "You ready to be more than a deckhand?"
Fucking. Yeah, I guess.
You hear, "Great, so I'll get you down for one full swordfish." Yeah?
What?
You okay, friend?
Swordfish. How much?
2 gold pieces.
He'll toss it from his own personal stuff.
You want me to wrap it?
Yeah, please.
Alright, give me a second. Starts to get paper. You see the seagull look up and looks down to you. You're gonna need more nautical mileage until this under this crew before you snag the captain's hat.
This crew, you mean his crew?
You're in line, friendo.
Meaning?
Ain't gonna be his crew for long.
Right. How am I supposed to get mileage with the dead?
Captain realized something. Undead can't be claimed. But you're here. You can fish them out. Guide them. Shepherd the souls. Eh, Swabby?
Vanquish undead.
Yeah. Simple task, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they die easy enough. The second time.
No, it takes a while. You know, big swordfishes, they fight you for it. You know? There you go, sir. Go enjoy it.
Thanks. And he'll just start slowly walking.
The head lays back down in the rubbish as the seagull just stares at you as you start to walk away. And it isn't until you get some distance that they start to fly back as you are holding a full swordfish with a new conversation and a new direction as we'll end today's session. Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.